It's Tom, and today we're just editing some videos. So feel free to ask any questions you guys might have on how we edit our videos. But we're doing a video with some guys from MBAA, and so I'm just giving my editor some feedback on it, so you can see what we've done so far.
Welcome to.
So that's a 38-second intro. I think that's a little too long, so I'll be making. I already told him that's no good. No bueno.
My name's Tom Elliott. I'm your Check Out, and today I'm joined with Mike and Bryant. They're
We also got this guy's name is spelled wrong, so that's always.
Piper dealers, Mike from Muncie and Bryant from Cutter Aviation. That's right. And so we're here.
Let's see if I can find them on LinkedIn. What's up, Sloth? Good morning, Hayden. What's going on? Good to see you guys.
You're typing into controller, $2 million. You see a bunch of turboprops, you see a bunch of private jets that you can buy in that price point.
Okay, so like this guy. Okay. Here, guy on the left looks bored. Zoom in on me or use B-roll to cover his disinterest. This is what we do. This is how nitpicky we got to be.
Which one's the right way to go? You guys are here to help us answer that question. Thank you very much for being on. So, Brian, tell us about.
And these guys, to be honest, they weren't like super pumped about this. They were kind of like, "Who are you? What are you doing here? Why would you want to be here?" Let me say, all right, I gotta put you guys on mute for a second. All right, grandma's getting strawberries. All right. So, what's going on, guys? Let's take a look here.
Owner shines when they have
well, one of the things we're going to be able to get from a turboprop versus a jet is you're going to be able to get
I love when my editor does stuff like this. I think he does a really good job.
Lower time that translates to operating costs, reduce operating costs, right? So you can get a really nice.
And again, I'm looking at details. I'm not necessarily looking at the guy that's talking. I'm looking at this guy. Is he engaged? I'm looking over here, looking at anything in the background.
$6 million, $4 million, wherever you kind of slide that ruler in the marketplace, you're going to be able to get a newer aircraft, possibly under warranty, things like that. If your mission really is something that you need that speed and the range and the carrying capacity, usually jets are usually going to be able to.
If I'm really nitpicky, that's obviously not the inside of a Gulfstream.
Carry more in general, right? Then that may be the direction if you're limited to that certain price point. But for the most part, turboprops are great for shorter missions. The operating costs and just the efficiency of the engine for shorter range missions is just better with a turboprop versus a jet in order to really get that kind of fuel burn.
And I said get rid of the so we gotta like cut in
and operating costs down in a jet. You have to go to altitude. If you don't have the distance, you're not getting enough altitude to get that low fuel burn. So that's really kind of where those two kind of fall in the market.
They really are two totally different.
It really is. It really is. I don't see a lot of owners that come to me and kind of say, I'm looking at a jet or I'm looking at a turboprop.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. No, I get it. Like you know, we were talking earlier. Can you maybe describe the buyer timeline or the buyer path of life, if you will, that you've seen coming from pistons, turboprops, and kind of moving?
This should read piston, comma, turbo props, comma, to business jets. Okay.
Moving up to into the business jet, of course, yeah. So typically you're seeing somebody come on a training, you know, with a Piper.
Oh, this guy's name is Bryant. Bryant. And I was just here.
Moving up to into the business jet, of course, yeah. So typically you're seeing somebody come on a training, you know, with a Piper Archer or a Cirrus, right? Sure. They're getting training in there. They want to get their instrument rating, so for insurance purposes, obviously for stepping up in aircraft. So typically you'll see an M3.
Let's see if I can find this guy. Mm. Hmm. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so he's with Cutter Aviation, Brian Elliott. Cutter Aviation. Tom with MBAA finishing up edits on that shot in Vegas. That ain't him. Or maybe it was him. Oh, wow. He's under William? No, that ain't him. Huh. I just want to add this to. And then Muncie. What's this guy's name? All right.
250 buyer, transition to an M600, and then keep working their way up if that's the path that they decide on going.
Mike Tenney? Is that his name? Let's see. Oh, Trust. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Mike Trust. And then let me go back here. And then this should be. Whoops. And Mike. Okay. Here we go.
Really, with the M600, though, it has everything that you need in terms of your mission. Right? Kind of like Brian was touching on, you really need to go that distance. You really need to bring that payload with you. So
I would punch in so we don't see Brian since he's looking away the conversation. Let me finish editing my comment. Oh. Okay.
That distance, you really need to bring that payload with you. So you'll see a lot of buyers kind of stick around and hang on to the M600 for a while, or kind of use that warranty until that warranty's up, kind of transition onto the next aircraft, or just get a brand new one and trade in their older M600. What is the M series? What does that kind of bring to the table in general? What is kind of the profile of the M series?
The majority of our owners are owner pilots themselves,
okay.
Right? The M600, because of the payload range profile that it provides, for example, 1,000 pounds, 1,000 nautical miles. So you have a lot.
Cut to this graphic earlier, so you don't see sitting up in seat. Also, 1,000 pounds should read like this. He's talking about weight, not the British currency.
Of weight with the aircraft, weight is keeping them bags, right? So the M600s really kind of opened up that more of a corporate kind of flight profile, but the majority of our owners are pilots themselves flying the aircraft. So, and then we find that all the way from the M350 through the 600.
Gotcha. And in terms of operating costs, what are we looking at? I'm flying 100, 200 hours a year. How much money in the bank would I need to blow on my aircraft in a given year that you would feel comfortable with? Because I'll talk to people who want to buy a jet, like, oh, I can buy a jet for $500,000, or $1 million,
Right.
and they're like, okay, you're gonna need to be okay with maybe dropping $500,000 every year after this just to fly it as much as you want.
Exactly.
So what does it look like on the turboprop side?
Well, it really kind of depends on where you are in sense of the age of the aircraft.
Sure.
Right. Just like the jets.
Yep.
Right. The newer aircraft, the ones that are
Cut earlier so we don't see Gus scratch his head.
under warranty and have the maintenance program and everything provided, you can look at essentially your operating costs is hours divided by your fixed cost. It's basically everything else is taken care of through the warranty and through the maintenance process. Okay. Yeah. So whatever your hangar, your pilot, your through the warranty and through the maintenance process. Okay. Yeah. So whatever your hangar, your cost. It's basically you can look at essentially your operating costs is hours divided by your fixed cost. It's basically everything else is taken care of through the warranty and through the maintenance process. Okay. Yeah. So whatever your hangar, your pilot, your insurance, all those kind of things, divided on how many hours you fly a year, that's really going to be your operating cost in the aircraft. And we find Conklin will throw somewhere around, I think, about 350 to 400 on like the 600. Right. I just don't really go by those numbers a whole lot, just because a 10-year-old aircraft will be different.
Yeah.
It's really kind of what we're focused on is really more on the new to late model side.
Gotcha.
And so that's kind of what we're finding. So really efficient, 300-400 hours.
Yeah, about 350 is usually what they like to use for a rule of thumb. And what else?
hour.
Yeah. And what else is a good thing to think about when you're looking at either purchasing something new like this, M-Class wise, is they do include up to the dealer. They have a certain program. It could be a 2, 3, 4, or even a 5-year warranty plan built in. That's called a UCP plan, Ultimate Care Protection Plan. And with that, you get your 50 hours oil changes or whatever that is. Get around the M350. Everything's all covered. And if something happens and I have like a burst strike or something, is that covered too?
That's different. That's usually taken care of through the insurance provider. Yeah, that's
I guess that's
a insurance kind of thing.
So here's a question for you. Someone's looking to buy an aircraft. What are the advantages of going to? I usually will work with people who are looking at pre-owned market. Right. But tell me a little bit about the new market.
Well, kind of like what we talked about already is just the maintenance and the warranty that's included with it, right? The latest technology on the aircraft, like finding aircraft, a late model aircraft or a new aircraft with like the Halo system and all the features that it has.
Totally customizable too, right? So you can let it pick the interior, the stitching, all the way to the exterior, even the decals, carbon fiber decals or vinyls or whatever you want. That's a good point. So that's another a good feature, as well as like Brian was touching on. It's all about the user or the owner wanting something brand new and not having to worry about, hey, do I need to put 50 $50,000 into an engine or some sort of parts. One of the critiques I've heard on buying the new aircraft is that you take a hit on the depreciation. I mean, it's just like a car, right? As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's depreciating value. What do you see owners do to combat that, or what do you see owners do in terms of how long did they hold on to the asset and then look for something else?
From what I've seen is like, just kind of talking specifically with like the M600, we really haven't seen over the past couple of years. I think part of that's just the general rise in the market. If you purchased an M600 4 years ago, probably selling it for what you purchased it for.
True.
Right.
True.
So depreciation really isn't there. Also, if you purchase like a 600 with a 5-year program and you sell that aircraft with like a year remaining, you get a lot of value back out of that aircraft because you're providing that next owner with the assurance of having a year of warranty remaining, right?
So using all that up, they're going to be completely off that warranty and then trying to sell it or however you're doing it.
Yeah. And that's kind of the pattern that we've seen for the M600 owners. We see the M600 purchase the aircraft new 4 years after, get into another 600.
How are the OEMs in terms of keeping up on the new aircraft? Are they way behind? Like, is it in terms of production? Yeah, production. Yeah. No, they're a little bit slowed down right now, and that's just obviously due to supply issues. Sure. And that's across the whole industry, right? So is that maintaining the value then of the 2022s?
I think there's definitely some association with lead times. And kind of reduced production or slow production. We have a couple aircraft, I think all the OEMs have a couple aircraft that were intended for this year that are rolling over into next year. But for the most part, it's still, we're in a market that our demand is still higher than the supply that we can provide. That's right. And whenever times are good, OEMs are notorious for just ramping up production, right? And then when it starts to slow down, you get this real kind of inverse effect of supply and demand. And we haven't reached that point yet, because I think the supply shortages have actually artificially limited what the OEMs are actually able to do.
Right, for sure. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate your time. Is there anything else? Any other tips you want to give to a new buyer or anything else?
Contact and educated brokers.
Oh, I love that.
That's it.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of, aviation is the Wild West in many ways, and you need somebody like and trust. I definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
all right. So that's it. Looks like we've got most of the edits that we need. So I'll go ahead and okay. I'll send it over to the editor. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll be back later today, but I just wanted to hop on here and kind of share the editing process with you guys so you can kind of get an idea of how we do. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you later.